In this lesson, we're going to explore one of the most powerful tools in building a recognizable brand, personification. This is where your brand becomes more than just a logo or a service. It becomes someone your audience can emotionally connect with. If you remember one thing from this lesson, let it be this. The secret to a strong, memorable brand is to personify it. When your brand has human traits and a distinct personality, it becomes easier for your audience to emotionally connect. And that's what builds trust, loyalty, and long-term recognition. Here's a quick description of your ideal client avatar, or ICA, and your brand persona. Your ICA is the specific person your business is built for. Your brand persona is the personality your brand shows up with to connect with that person. Why personification works. It turns a business into someone your audience can relate to. It builds emotional connection, mirrors your client's lifestyle and values, and makes your brand easier to remember and relate to, and helps your audience see themselves and who they aspire to be in your brand. Branding is emotional. Most buying decisions start with a feeling and get justified with logic. The brands that stick are the ones that consistently evoke the right feelings, reflect the outcomes people want, and fit the way they live and work. Let's look at a familiar example, Apple. Apple is a masterclass in brand personification. Remember the I'm a Mac versus I'm a PC campaign? They didn't just list features, they gave their brand a personality. The PC was portrayed as stiff, traditional, and corporate. The Mac, young, creative, laid back, and effortlessly cool. That contrast made Apple feel different and way more emotionally appealing. And it worked. Apple customers weren't just buying computers or phones. They were buying into a belief system. They saw themselves as creatives, as innovators, part of something designed forward and different. That's the emotional power of a brand with a clear persona. Now, I wasn't in the brainstorming meeting at Apple when they were defining their brand, but if I had to guess, this is what their visual brand persona might have looked like. It's the combination of creativity, individuality, showing a young, entrepreneurial, and forward-thinking person who embraces freedom and technology. Apple's brand is all about standing out, thinking differently, and living a lifestyle that's innovative and exclusive. Soon you'll be creating your own visual brand persona, just like this one, to help personify your brand and connect emotionally with your audience. Let's look at another example using Emily Hudson. Imagine you're a professional organizer who works with moms and other women who work from home, like Emily Hudson. To connect emotionally with your ideal client, you need to define your brand persona, who your brand represents, and your ideal client avatar, who you're speaking to. Let's start with your brand persona. She is the woman your ICA wants to become. She's essentially the aspirational version of your ICA. She has everything running smoothly, maintains a beautiful, organized home, manages routines with ease, balances family, work, and self-care, and makes life look effortless because of intentional planning. She meal plans and shops consistently, has labeled bins and purposeful rooms, keeps a solid cleaning routine, schedules family time and date nights, and writes her novel in her personal time. Her core emotional and visual traits are mother, organized, productive, polished, quality family time, in control, at peace, and lighthearted. Your brand should feel like her. Now let's look at your ICA, the actual woman you help. She's also a mom who works from home, but her reality is very different. She's constantly overwhelmed. Her house feels cluttered and chaotic. She's constantly behind. Meals equal takeout or prepackaged. There's no space for self-care. Her relationships are strained. Her energy is drained. Her dreams completely on hold. She's doing her best, but she's running on empty. And here's what being organized would mean to her on an emotional level. Relief from stress, more peace and mental clarity, time for healthier routines and self-care, a chance to reconnect with her family, and finally space to work on the dreams she's put aside for years. And this is where your brand steps in. You're not just offering a cleaner home or a tidier schedule. You're offering a transformation, the life she dreams about, and the version of her that feels in control, fulfilled, and aligned. Your brand represents who she's becoming. So what should your brand actually do? It should speak to her emotional needs. It should understand her struggles, her fears, and her biggest frustrations. It should also reflect what she truly wants, what she's craving emotionally, her desires and aspirations. It should reflect who she wants to become. Now that you understand how to emotionally connect through your brand, you're ready to dive into creating your ICA and brand persona. You can also create a competitor persona if you want to better understand how your brand stands apart. I'll walk you through everything step by step starting in the next lesson. I'll see you there.